We have a model for the number of people in a community college who have heard a certain rumor. It's modeled by this. And P is the total population, D is the number of days. So P is our total population. N is the number of people that heard the rumor. And D is the number of days. Okay. So they give us in a community of 1,000 students, how many days will elapse before 450 students have heard the rumor? This 1,000, what does that represent? We have three variables, N, P, and D. What is this 1,000? This is the population. What about 450? N, this is the number of students that heard the rumor, and we're looking for D. All right, so we're going to set up our equation first. We have 450 equals 1,000 is our P, and then times 1 minus E to the negative 0.15 D. Okay. Now, the issue with solving this is exponential right now. Okay. This is exponential. And what we're looking to do is we're trying to isolate the exponential part. So we need to isolate e to the negative 0.15 d. In order to do that, what are we going to have to do first? Perfect. We're going to divide both sides by 1,000. So you just have to move the decimal, but if you're not good with that, you can type it in. 450 divided by 1,000, you get 0.45. So now we have 0.45 equals 1 minus e to the negative 0.15 d. Again, we're trying to get this e to the exponent by itself, so what else do we need to do? Perfect. We need to remove this 1 here, so we're going to subtract 1 from both sides. So now we have negative 0.55. Again, you can type that in. So minus 1 here. So negative 0.55 equals negative e to the negative 0.15 d. Can we change forms yet? No, there's the negative. Perfect. So we're going to divide both sides by the negative 1 to remove the negative in front of this exponential part. So when we do that, we now have 0.55, it'll be positive now, equals e to the negative 0.15 d. So it's a lot of work just to set up to isolate the exponential part. But the nice thing is once we get here, we can now change forms. So what is the base here? E. So we have log base e. What's the exponent? Negative 0.15 d. And what's the only number left over? 0.55. Okay, now this log base e, you can choose to leave it like that. I'm going to change it to the natural log. So I have the natural log of 0.55. And then how do I solve for d? Divide both sides by negative 0.15. So this is the exact answer for d, right? But we want to know how many days, and this doesn't really give us a good value for days. So the days are going to be approximately, we're going to type this in. So we have the natural log of 0.55. You need to end those parentheses before you divide. So divided by negative 0.15. And so you have approximately 3.986 days.